you? My name is Marisol, and I want to talk to you guys about the Mexican Clomid, my story, and how it worked for me. Yes, it's the Mexican Clomid. Um, and it cost me probably like about $25 to $30 in Mexico. TJ, I live really close to California to TJ. I'm sorry, I live in California, and we live like really close to TJ's, maybe like 2 hours driving. So it was pretty hard for me to have a doctor, to have insurance, to go through all the shenanigans. So I decided to give it a try. I said, sure, why not? You know, whatever we have here in America, most likely we have it in Mexico, TJ. So two of my sisters were gonna go to TJ to visit a family member. So I told them if they could please get it for me at the pharmacy in Mexico. Don't tell anybody, but it's really easy to get prescription. Like, you don't need a prescription, you can get any medicine, mostly any medicine. And it wasn't gonna harm anybody, you know. So before I turned 33, that's my story, I never had been pregnant in my life. Never. So I really wanted a baby. I really wanted a child. Since I was little, growing up, I really wanted to be a mom. And I couldn't gotten pregnant, and I didn't know why or how or anything. But when I was 18, going back a little bit, I went to the doctor, and the doctor told me that I had PCOS, but I was never gonna be like pregnant, never gonna have a child. But I didn't give up. I tried a lot of things, a lot of Mexican remedies. I tried to exercise a little bit, and it didn't really work for me. So when I met my daughter's dad, I don't know. I said, you know what? He's a good guy, and I wanna do give it a try and see maybe I can become pregnant. So that's what I did. I got that Mexican Clomid. I Google it. I saw a lot of YouTube videos explaining how you take it and all of that. And luckily, it did work for me, and I did got pregnant. And now I have a 3-year-old beautiful daughter that I love dearly with all my heart. I don't regret anything about the Mexican climate. People will always tell you stuff, but you know what? It's the same thing. And like, as you guys know, I'm Mexican. I speak Spanish. So it wasn't really hard for me. What I remember going back, because now my daughter is 3, so that was like maybe 4 years ago that I took it. I remember I did exercise a little bit. I was walking, number one, because I used to have like anxiety attacks, panic attacks. So someone told me to just walk maybe 30 to 40 minutes every day. That will lower my anxiety, and actually it did. But in my head, I never said, you know what, I'm gonna become pregnant, because I thought to myself that it wasn't gonna work. I was just gonna try it to see if I don't know if it worked. So I did exercise a little bit. I was taking Vitex, inositol, fenugreek, omega-3, B12. What else was I taking? Excuse me, maca. And then when I take Vitex, to me, it regulates my period, my hormones. So I never actually needed Femera. With Femera, I think it's called Femera, it helps you to bring back your period, and then you can take Clomid. Clomid, it's like the same here in Mexico, is the same thing. You take it the third day of your period for 5 days. With my daughter, I remember I took two tablets of 50 grams each. I'm sorry. And I remember I took it, and of course we did the D. We did the baby dance a couple of times because we were just knowing each other. Well, actually, I have known him before, but we were like just we were just like together. We weren't like, I don't know. It's hard to say. But anyway, so we were doing the D, and I think I forgot about it. I didn't really pay any attention to it. And I remember, this is how I found out I was pregnant. One of my symptoms, I guess, things. I don't know. It just happened. So I was waiting for my period. After taking Vitex, I became regular. So I remember I was waiting for my period, and I took Vitex 2 or 3 days and to see if I was gonna have my period. Because usually when I take Vitex, I get my period like second day, third day, whatever. And my period never was never here. And I was like, did it work? Am I pregnant? And I remember back then I went to San Francisco to see one of my friends. And I remember when I was at her house in San Francisco, I had boob sore, and that was it. But usually, like, I didn't really pay attention because I never thought that was actually gonna work, the Clomid, So when I came back from San Francisco, I remember I was like, you know what? I didn't got a period. I'm just gonna take pregnancy tests. And I have always taken pregnancy tests before, because like I'm saying, like I always wanted to be a mom, but they were always negative. So I said, what the heck? I'm just gonna give it a try. So it was probably like 10 p.m. and I remember I took the test and it came off positive, and I was like, what? I cannot believe it. So my mom lives next door to me. So I went to knock on the door, and I was like, you know what? I am pregnant. And they were like, no, you're freaking kidding me. I said, no, I am pregnant. So they were like, no, I can't believe you're lying. So it was like around 11 p.m. already about that time. So we all decided to go to Walgreens and bought like the really good, expensive pregnancy test, and it came out positive. So yeah, that's my story on how I got pregnant with the Mexican Clomid. And this is what I'm taking right now. Actually, my daughter's 3 already. And we have tried before, but it worked for me. Even though I have PCOS, it works for me to ovulate and get pregnant. But I get chemical pregnancies. So I've had 3 miscarriage. 2 of them had been chemical pregnancies, and one of them was like a normal pregnancy, but sadly I lost the baby. And one of the reasons maybe that I think that I lost the baby is because when I find out I was pregnant, that day I found out that my sister had passed away. And it was really hard for me and my family because I was pregnant, and we were going through, my sister's death and funeral and all of that. And to me, it was really super hard. So yeah, that's my story about the Mexican Clomid. I hope it helps someone, because I know going through doctors, specialists, going through infertility and all of that, I know it could be really pricey, expensive. But if you guys want to try it, if you guys can go to TJ, like, what the heck, I don't think it will hurt anybody. And I think that we have the same medicines as we have here. So that's my story. Thank you, guys. So in Spanish, it's called clomifeno, and it's the same thing. Trust me, and I already finished them. So it is the same thing. Well, these are new. These ones I just got them maybe like a year ago. The one that I took with my daughter, they're not here. Cause usually whatever I use, I always throw away stuff. I never keep anything. I only wanted to keep this one so I can show you guys how it looks. And like I was telling you guys, I think this one cost me maybe like $15 at the most. So yeah, good luck, girls. Hope you get your baby. Baby dust for everybody.